Is that live?
Right, we are live on the internet, Bryn.
Oh,
we
welcome
are.
to Newsroom.
Welcome
Bryn
to.
ruined the intro.
Bryn actually
Sorry.
ruined the intro, but there's a little bit of lag. So we're all together.
Yeah.
We're at a show. We're at Yakushi, and we couldn't be bothered to edit. So Bryn's on the gin.
Obviously.
Milton is on the amaretto and Coke.
Dr. Pepper.
Matt is on the Pepsi Max, and I am drinking what
Pepsi
it can
Max
only
Cherry?
be described. Pepsi Max Cherry can only be described as science. We've got a live studio audience.
Hey, there's another one here now.
All right, Tool's here. So we earlier this week asked you to ask us a load of questions. So, so here we go. So initially, like, you dropped us a load of messages. So Bryn, the first one, why no dry eggs?
Why not dry? No.
Yes, why no? The people wanted to know, Bryn. Why no dry eggs?
Because you just stop cooking your. I can't. Can I swear now?
You can.
No, I can swear on live.
Yeah.
Right, stop cooking your fucking scrambled eggs until they're dry, cloudy, fluffy, disgusting shit. Like, taste them, and when they taste good and they're still a little bit runny, 10 out of 10, fucking eat them. That's for you, Lindsay, you fucking nonce. Next question.
Right, onto the serious questions. Right, if you had to get rid of one of the cars, which would you get rid of?
What, one of all of our cars?
One of your personal
I
cars.
was going to say, because I get
I mean,
rid of
I've only got two to choose from, so I'm going to sell the MX-5.
Okay.
Really? Oh, yeah, because the other one's the
'cause
FC.
the other one's an
I was like, you're going to keep your Mazda 6? No, that went. That went a
that's
long
long
time
gone.
ago.
So right. What about you, Bryn? Where you at?
Well, I've got a Passat, so that can go.
I
You
forgot.
got that?
I
Yeah.
forgot you still
I
had
can't
the
throw
Passat.
things away,
Okay,
so I've
what-
still got a
What about
Passat.
after the Passat's gone? You have to have one car.
Well, then it's got to be the GS, because the MX-5 is life.
The MX-5 is okay. Okay, right.
Yeah.
I would probably say the Stager because it's the one that I'm most up on.
You'd get rid of the Stagia.
Because they're worth like 20 grand now.
Oh, here he goes.
Yeah,
There he
option.
goes.
And the options are get rid of the 5
Which you wouldn't do,
or the Spike,
which is just a toaster.
but is super practical for coming and doing stuff like this.
Yeah,
You old man.
All the equipment we're now using came in the toaster.
Yeah. Literally, we would not have got it being able to do this without it.
Also, Bryn looks really small.
He does.
Sorry, I'm
Bryn is
slumped.
really
I was
small.
so angry about the eggs I slumped down.
Thanks, Lindsay.
Thanks, Linz.
So,
Lynn.
Milton, the 5 or the Vauxhall?
Well, Stager. The Stager? Oh, the Stager now.
Stager.
It's a German Stager, didn't you know?
It's not even German.
No, it's not.
Vauxhall is.
It was made in Ellesmere Port.
Who?
It's an Opal, though, isn't it?
Close enough.
Let's say, isn't that Australian? Or am I thinking of something else?
Australian? No, Opal's German. Holden is the Australian
Oh, yeah.
Vauxhall.
Yeah.
Like, I need the Vauxhall to get the Mazda to the.
I know, but you got to sell one of them.
It's
It's not me. It's the fans.
Can the MX-5 ever be road legal again?
Depends on legal.
Will it pass another MOT?
Not. Depends on what.
MOT.
Depends how.
One of those Wi-Fi MOTs, yeah.
Yeah, a Bluetooth. It'll pass the Bluetooth MOT. But it'll
I've
only-
got one of those spare you can have.
a spare one.
Right. Okay.
Hey, we've
So.
got an actual live comment.
Oh,
How's
Sorry,
Yakushi?
we're all
Ash
looking
Kirshi.
at it now.
Yakushi. Well, it is dumping it down with rain right now.
But we all got our temps
Um,
up.
Just.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were still putting Connor and Tish's tent up in the rain.
Very true. Very true. Thanks for the comment as well, Sean.
On the subject of it being very rainy, to address another one of the comments I got, here are the beige trousers on the back of here somewhere. They're soaked because it's raining! So, Lewis, there you go.
Beige comment. Okay. All right.
Beige comment. Thanks for your beige comment, Lewis.
Yeah.
And that's
Alright.
the reason why I can park.
Wait, there was a comment from the Blue Boys. They
give
want
it-
they want to know when we're going to do an episode on them. We've already done that. You guys have forgotten. Just go to the events playlist. There was a whole thing at Birmingham Wheels. You all loved it. off you go, off the trot. Sorted. Right. Kirtan wants to know Kia Picanto or Citroen Picasso.
I don't remember what a Kia Picanto is.
Citroen Picasso, because they actually have a really cool dashboard layout and really cool brake lights.
Okay.
I remember walking. I used to live near a Citroen dealership, and I remember walking past one and going, "They've actually done a really good job of the design of
Are you
that."
talking like the new sort of boxier one, or
Yes.
really old, like round one?
I don't. I am not. Just the question is there. You could choose whichever variant you want. I guess they weren't
A
specific.
new boxy one.
I can't even remember what a Kia Picanto looks like.
No.
I imagine it's shit.
I don't know what
A
any
tiny
of
hatch-
them.
So tiny
look
hatchback
like.
or big people carrier. It's a
Yeah.
big people carrier. It's more practical.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go
Weird
with.
question.
Yeah, very weird question.
Very
but
specific.
We had a few questions on Instagram, didn't we?
we did. We've got. I'm there now. So, Milton mentioned making his car both lighter and more powerful to make it more competitive with Gymkhana. How does he intend to do that? And what are his goals? That's
Actually,
that is a actual question.
What we established earlier was he needs to get his car mapped to premium petrol and
Yeah,
so
so
he's
there's
got
a
more
few
power
things.
and go faster.
Yeah.
Let's
step,
start.
step one: stop filling it with 93 octane.
Yeah, that'll help. There's a lot of weight, a lot of metal to cut out. You've still got all the boot and all the insides are still there.
You
Doors
don't need a boot floor.
no, that's all in there. The doors are still full, apart from a window motor on the left. And turn up the boost. That's about it. But I'm at the limit of the engine. I'm at 200.8 foot-pounds of torque.
This is where I hide because he's gonna say I'm gonna build him an engine.
My good friend
It's
Bryn,
a-
the engineer.
It's alright, Brent. It's
I mean,
alright.
yours
Safe.
hasn't exploded yet. So you're capable of doing it.
Bryn, have you got any experience building an engine?
Yes, but I have to do it in my lounge.
Actually, the ones you normally design and build.
That are slightly highly strung.
Yes, I mean if we could put one of the ones I work on professionally in your car, that would be mint. I know where there's 12 spare.
If you
Well,
want,
in that case, Judd, if you're listening, give us one so we can be stupid with it.
Actually,
Because
Yeah.
we're poor.
Juddy is definitely watching this podcast right now from France.
Call
You
him.
never know. It's
Call
only
him.
9
Call
o'clock.
him.
Call him. Ask him if we can have a free engine live on air. Tell him he's live on air, and everyone will think he's a bit of a bell if he doesn't say yes.
we got another live question from Sean. When's the RX-7 on the road? How long's a piece of string?
It's matched.
Matt's RX-7 is on the road on the exact same date that my MX-5 is back on the road.
Yeah.
They're gonna have a race.
It's gonna be
for
a
pink
while.
slips.
Oh, so
Well,
when hell freezes over there.
Yeah.
The problem is, I had some money saved for the RX-7, and then we bought a house.
Yes,
Why
they-
would you do that?
houses,
It's got a garage.
houses are well-known sinkholes of money.
Yeah.
And the
But
important
it's got
thing
a
about
garage, so it's now dry stored, so it's not going to get any rustier.
Okay.
So there you go. Instead of finishing the RX-7, he just bought somewhere to put it while he doesn't finish the RX-7.
So Milton has posted a question on our Instagram.
Is it
right?
for himself?
Cheating.
Is it for himself?
Well, Milton wants to know who the best driver on the team is.
Oh.
Not
And
including himself.
no. So right,
Silence.
who has trophies? So it's not Matt.
I'm not denying that.
Okay, so how many trophies?
I think I have 2. I definitely have 1. No, I've got 2.
Okay, I've got
What did you get
2.
yours for? Is that
Both of the
also-
auto solos, yeah.
15, 20.
Well, no, 15 as in like 15 from each individual event,
Yeah,
or 15 from each series.
from each event. Well, for the
So a
over
series.
3 years a series.
Okay, so how many series? How
Like
many overall?
championships.
Yeah, how many overall wins have you
He's
got?
undefeated barrel boys champion.
4.
King of the
Okay.
bins.
King of the bins.
All right.
yeah.
So Milton, the answer to your question is apparently it's you.
No.
But-
Because if you believe the internet, like, competitions mean nothing, and the best driver is whoever just, like, operates on a shoestring budget and drives in Crocs. Do any of us own Crocs?
No.
Yeah.
No.
I wasn't allowed. I wanted to buy a Crocs. This is a legit story. We went into Shoe Zone, not a plug. Sponsor me, Shoe Zone.
Sponsor me with Crocs. Shoe Zone.
We're going on holiday next week, and I wanted to buy some Crocs. I wasn't allowed. I got told to buy sandals.
I've
Well,
just
you
got
can't win in
to. I've just got
sandals.
to do one thing, right? Come here, right? You are never fucking having an idea like that again.
You can't win.
Don't
the
buy Crocs, people. They are hideous. Buy Crocs, put spurs on them. It's funny. You can get on Thingiverse. There are some 3D
skates.
printed Croc spurs. That's
Yeah,
all I've got to say.
The 3D printed adapters to turn your Crocs into roller skates.
Right,
I am-
I'm selling the GS and I'm getting into croc modding.
Right, okay, right. Next question
Hang
here.
on, Sean's back.
Yeah, Sean's back with another one, but we've got a couple that were asked a bit sooner. So,
That's not a
Sean, we'll
question.
get to your.
Yep, we'll get to it in a minute.
Hey, there is nothing wrong with your car turning into a barn find,
I
Sean.
mean, the MX-5 is a barn find. 'cause
It
it's in
very
a barn.
much is, and we've worked out a plan to do a couple of episodes on that. We're
Does
gonna
that
get
mean
it to.
well, I can buy it for really cheap because it's a barn find.
No, that means you can buy it for really expensive because it's got heritage now.
According to the internet, any abandoned car is a barn find.
Well, it
It's
is a
not
barn find
abandoned.
because- No, it is a barn
It's
find.
not.
It's in a
Every
barn.
time you go there, you have to find it under the mounds of cow shit.
That's true. We went the other day.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So, if you could change one thing about your car, what would it be, Matt?
Well, the NC's coilovers, that's easy.
Yeah.
It's on lowering springs. It's not low enough.
And it's still, and Milton was like, "When are you gonna lower your car, man?"
I mean, like, to be fair, I asked, I think it was Simon earlier. It's like, how low how much do you think I've lowered it? And he's like, "Oh, that's lowered."
Yeah.
So, yeah. The RX-7 is the engine works.
I was about to say, like, the one thing you can change about any of your cars has to be that the RX-7 has a
Runs.
working engine. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, Bryn?
Well, if you asked me about 2 weeks ago, I would have said I'd make the MX-5 less powerful because it scared the shit out of me.
Right,
yep.
And now I'd say I want to make the MX-5 more powerful because it doesn't scare the shit out
Hang
of
on,
me.
you've had it
So it
turboed how
works.
long?
I've had it turboed about 2 months, but I've driven it 3 times. And I've got used to driving it now. And the GS, I'd make it deafen me less.
Okay.
Which we've got to do this weekend.
Yeah, I've actually brought some
we've got
silencers
silencers
with
fit-
me
fit
in
the
case
field.
we get bored.
Yeah.
So,
do you
Milton.
change? What
Oh,
do you
me,
change?
right. But the MX-5 wouldn't have rusty seals and
That's easy,
arches
yeah.
and would be back on the road.
Does any MX-5 not have rusty seals and arches?
Oh no, this is a
Is that
special.
Well, my
This
MC
is this is a special kind of thing, and actually, I'm going to give a shout out to Dan at JDM guys for properly fucking my car. Yeah, I'll jump on the fucking drama wagon while I'm.
Are we doing call-outs now?
Feel free.
No, I
Call out.
It's not.
4 noodles, elastic banded together, wants to call some people out.
What are you changing on
So
the
yeah,
other
what are you
cars?
changing on your car?
Right, you've got
you've
2
got
more,
2 more
Bam. You've got
cars,
2
yeah.
more cars. The toaster, right? He'd make it actually a Nissan Cube, so it was cool.
No. Right. No. The toaster.
It needs to be lower.
Actually, I would lower it, but I'd put it on like lowered suspension with air cups.
Yeah.
Because that body kit, I don't want to hit it
Is
on
the
anything.
answer for the Stadia rust as well?
Yeah.
Or is it to sell it to make money?
No, the answer for the stage was genuinely I'd just sort the rust. And then I'd be that car, like, I love that car as is. It's just great fun to drive. Actually, or maybe sort the suspension issue out.
What suspension issue?
The bit where there's -6 degrees of camber just to fit the wheels in, and if you hit a bump hard enough, the wheel hits
hits the
the
shock.
strut,
So by
hits the shock, and makes.
So by suspension issue, you mean you bought the wrong wheels, Bam?
No, I did not. The person before me bought the wrong wheels.
Fuck
But
you,
you
person
haven't-
before
You
me.
haven't changed them yet.
Right, well, Milton.
If we're clouting the Insignia, I want it lower, but I also want it to tow good, so...
Air suspension.
So Milton would break physics.
You just put air ride on it, so when you're towing, you go up, and then when you're not towing, you go down.
Because it does look really cool. Or if it was lower.
I mean, even on the wheels, it sounded less cool.
It does look cool. When you turned up to my house, like,
Yeah, just-
I was just like, fucking
Yeah.
But for the Mazda, it'd definitely be a lot more power, because 230 is not enough.
So,
Not
what
when
do you
guys
mean?
are rolling up with 500-600 horsepower.
Well, I'm at 230 now, and that's high boost, and I'm like, oh, this is easy now.
This not. Nope. That was
me.
That was Brent.
that was
That's
100%.
your-
I'm diving to the next well of questions, ladies and gentlemen, which is from Bryn's friends.
Oh God, don't ask my friend. We've already answered 2 of them.
We've
There's
answered
nothing
we've
else. worth
answered,
talking
when do the
about.
Blue Boys get a show? Well, we've already answered that. You've
Oh, we
already
answered
had
3
one.
then.
How do you feel about dry eggs? That's been answered.
Yeah.
How many MOTs do you have, Bryn?
I have one MOT because I managed to stop the other MOT.
I have
Okay.
one too.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Bryn, are you single?
My single. Not if you
Have you
believe
seen
all
the
the
mullet?
cats.
Have you seen the mullet?
Or plants?
I do have a lot of plants.
What's your favourite
Are
plant?
you an HR incident waiting to happen? That's
I
what
am
we're
an HR incident waiting to happen. Shout out, Lola.
So, someone here has actually written something about Bryn.
Oh God.
It's not really a question, it's just a statement.
Oh God.
I think that you can gather the most interesting stuff from your job. Some tuning things, I don't know. There's a lot of things that can be shared with not the so educated car people, and also with the more educated ones. Things are easy to forget. What if you could educate everyone in the car scene about one thing? What would it be?
That's a long list.
It is a long list.
No, one thing.
Yeah, one thing. You've got to pick one thing from the long list.
Okay. The one thing that bothers me most is
Here
a
we go.
myth that's still going around about back pressure and exhausts.
Okay.
Everybody always says you need to be careful when you're changing your exhaust, blah 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 blah. You need some back pressure to make an engine run right. It's bollocks. Back pressure is the enemy. It is always the enemy. You never want back pressure in exhaust. However, because of how physics actually works, if you have the right size exhaust diameter, which for an NA engine is smaller than a turbo engine, you want to keep the velocity in the exhaust high. So you need a smaller pipe. You know, if you have like a fucking 6-inch drain pipe on a Civic, it's going to make no power because the exhaust won't be flowing very quickly.
So
So
you need to get the exhaust gases out of the engine.
Yeah,
because
and the
because
way-
how engines actually work. No, everybody thinks it's the drive shaft and everything like that, but actually it's a tiny jet engine out the exhaust.
Sure, why not? I mean, that is genuinely a thing. When I was working in F1, we were looking at the thrust that tailpipes give you. But anyway.
Right? Okay.
The important thing is,
It's a tiny pea shooter to get the pressure up. That's what we're saying, right, Bryn?
well, no, there's a point you go too small because you start to restrict exhaust flow. But if you put a huge exhaust on something, all the exhaust goes slowly, and you reduce the amount of scavenging actually out of the cylinders. But at the same time, just adding back pressure to an exhaust also doesn't help. If you have like a 6-inch exhaust because you've gone way too big and the exhaust flows slow, and then you put a massive restrictor plate on it, it's not going to get better. Like, you're still going to have a problem. Make it the right size. I don't know what you expected from me here, Bam. This is a rambling ball of shit.
No,
this is
we
my
love-
rambling
we love
balls
a
of
good-
shit when I'm
we
like
love a good
3
Bruno,
gins
right.
deep, so it makes no sense.
What about
Who would
teammates?
wait? Who would win on a fight? In a fight, the 160MX or the mullet?
What's the fight about?
I don't know.
What's the
just a
fight
fight.
about?
Nick Black? What was the fight
What's
about?
the fight, Nick? Oh,
Dry
it's-
eggs. Dry eggs. That you go. Whether or not dry eggs are nice.
See, I told you. You should not be reading the questions from my friends because they all make no sense. All of the things that these people could have asked me, and it's all just bollocks.
But who would win?
Who would win? I don't know. Milton.
And more importantly, somebody said they would bet on one of the two outcomes, the 160MX or the mullet. Who did they bet would win?
Mullet, probably.
It's probably mullet. It's going to be mullet.
Stop trying to cheat.
I'll read.
Is it
And
mullet?
Bryn has responded to everybody by saying, all the car and technical questions in the world, and you people give me this.
Yeah.
To be fair, somebody gave me a technical question and I just butchered it. So
So we've got another one from Sean, who is currently watching us. Dream builds and why? Milton.
It's really hard.
I know mine.
I know mine.
After seeing one today, actually, it'd probably be a Laurel. They look really cool.
That's a good shout.
As a daily driver, but it could do a little skid here and there. But it's comfortable and gets you to work and back, and it makes noises.
Okay. Bryn?
now you have to come back to me.
Matt?
FC. RX-7 FC. I'm already doing it.
I think everybody knows.
Because raps.
Yeah.
What kind of spec though, Matt? Like power?
They'll get there eventually.
Okay.
Yeah, like what
What's the
would
goal?
you do if you had no budget limitations?
Oh, if I had
what
no
would you
budget,
actually
quad
do?
rotor.
Quad rotor,
That's easy.
NA turbo.
Turbo, obviously. at least.
Okay. Bryn?
He
Now
needs
you
more
have to come
time.
back to me.
Alright, so I think we all know the answer to that for me.
Is it your MX-5?
No.
Is it something
LFA?
really expensive?
There we go.
It's always if it's no budget.
If
for
I have
Fab,
no
it's always
budget-
an LFA.
If I have no budget, I am buying an LFA.
How many
And the
Tomei
only-
HKS?
No.
All of them. Just
no.
4 Tomei.
The only-
2 of them will be Tomei, 2 of them will be HKS.
No. Genuinely, the only changes I would make to it are wheels. And maybe put a Lambo door kit on it just to piss a few people off.
Yeah. You've run out of time now, Brent.
I know.
You-
I don't know. I'd build everything. Genuinely, if I had like money, no object, I'd build every. I would. If I won the lottery tomorrow
Yeah.
and I got 30 million, I would say to everybody I
Buy
know,
everything.
tell me what you want building, and I will spend the next however many days building it because that's what I would love to do.
Okay.
You'd
There's
wa-
too many projects. So what you do is you ask other people,
Build
what
their
project
projects
would
for
you
them.
do, and I will take great joy in making it, and then you can drive it.
Well, I'll have 3 Sephiros then, please. Lol.
I thought you said Zafira for a minute then. I'm like, apart from that, Milton, you're not having a
But for
Zafira.
yourself,
Says the man who wants to build a multiplayer, yeah?
Yeah.
No,
With
For,
a Jod
for
engine.
himself, it's a multiplier.
But with your own engine in it, the one
I
you
don't know.
designed.
If I was going to do something for myself,
V10
I've
race
got
engine and a multiplier.
that would be cool. But I've got a weird hankering recently
Hill
to
climb.
do a Tesla conversion in something classic, like really classic. I'm
Okay.
talking like 40s, 50s, something
Like
that
Model
is
T.
just not quite Model T, but you know what I mean, like something really,
rods.
really old, and then just Tesla convert it. And I don't know where it came from, but on
Like-
like Monday, I decided that was the new
That'd
thing
be
I wanted
really
to
cool.
do.
Okay. Right, okay. That's
Fair enough.
interesting. Right, well we've got Erdy, fellow runner of the clothing brand, out in the audience holding what can only be described as Matt's shiny silver bollock.
It's more of a Pokemon.
It's more of a Pokeball. Okay, it's more of a Pokeball. Right, so I'm gonna switch the mic out now, and then Herdy can get the audience to ask some questions.
Right then. Who shall we pick?
Hello.
Oh, there he is. Right,
Come on,
you gotta come
Beardmore.
down, you gotta come down.
What
to the
have we
mic.
got?
I don't think it there is now.
Oh yeah, you swapped it.
Right. Nobody knows what I'm going to say. How censored do I have to be?
Oh, he's already sworn, so you're all good.
It's all good.
Extensively.
Right. So any car, any budget, that's absolutely fine. You have 500 quid to spend on Auto Trader. What are you first looking for?
MX-5.
MX-5.
Why MX-5?
Because it's the answer.
Yeah.
I mean, I paid 300 quid for mine, so
Right, 500 quid. Corsa B. Nobody.
Right, you can fuck
No.
right off.
Right, no. And here's my logic, right? Right? I've got 500 quid to spend a car, and nobody fucking wants a Corsa B.
the thing is, at that price budget, if I'm not looking for anything specific, I sort it and go, what catches my eye?
To be fair, there could be a diesel Ford Mondeo in that.
I mean, I sold one for 400 quid,
Yeah.
so...
There we go.
Yeah, that's true. That's
To
true.
be
See,
fair, you buy a diesel Ford Mondeo and then a Corsa B, and just combine the two, and you end up with a slightly quick Corsa with a diesel.
diesel Corsa. There you go.
Yeah.
That's the answer to that one, Milton. Are you sticking with MX-5?
Yeah.
Okay.
So not you can get one
I'm
nowadays.
gonna
Alright.
go.
Yeah,
Alright.
you're not going to find an NA.
I'm gonna go with
Let's,
what Bam went with, except better, because why would you buy a Corsa B when Micras exist?
He's got a point.
Saxo.
Yeah, but people
Saxo's
want
the one.
micros, and also right.
Have you
I
switched- Have
tried.
you switched the mic?
Yeah, I have.
Sure.
Yeah, because it's the light your boy is on us and not on the audience. I made the words
Seamless.
made the words really
We
clear.
are professional.
Where's the swishy thing, Bam?
There's no swishy things here, mate.
There is. We can just do this in front of Bam.
That's not
comes
even a
out of
camera.
Someone swish the camera for us.
right. So yeah, let's flip back to Herdy and see if have we got any more in the audience. Any more?
I vote Amy. Everyone votes Amy.
Why is everybody afraid of a silver ball?
Right.
I don't have a general question. It'd just be stupid.
Okay, general.
But he's back.
Oh, he's back again.
GT's back.
Which of you is the slowest driver?
Ah, I don't think so.
I I actually think the slowest driver is Milton because he's not actually won anything for a while.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Last year. No, 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah. Well, actually, it might be Bam. I've never seen you drive fast.
Yeah, Bam talks about driving fast, but
Yeah.
nobody's actually ever seen it.
Can't confirm in the convoy this morning.
I was in the toaster this morning. Because
There we go, it's Bam. It's
Really,
Bam.
So
really
check-
importantly, Amy, my
Hang on.
loving future wife, and the audience has just accused it of being me.
Groveling.
No, I'm not grumbling at all, mate.
Excuse for 45 mile an hour down the M1.
I was not doing 45 at
Doing
any point.
45.
The
45.
speedo said I was doing 50.
There we go. He talks
In
a good,
roadworks.
He talks a good drive, right? But we're now going to call him Sham from now on because he's a total lie.
Well, there's only one way to answer
you-
that, Brent.
Right, we'll have drag races tomorrow, yeah?
Yeah.
No, in that car, I can't afford the fuel.
Good
Right.
job I've got the bloody stage here with me.
Too many cylinders.
I ain't got the grip for it on the grass.
I'll just have to take your car out on the road and hope the police aren't there.
Oh, should be quick then.
No, you'll be fine. You
That is the idea, to be
gonna
quick.
say that.
Yeah.
See, I'll do.
If you get caught, you lose.
Right.
That's it. If there's one police car, you only have to be faster
Oh.
than the other guy.
Oh,
Just like a T-Rex.
Mr. Mullet Man! People
Yeah.
loving you. Yeah!
Insert
That
slow,
one's for you, Panda.
insert slow
It's a
motion.
wet
edit.
mullet at the moment.
I gotta say,
It's
big
a very wet
big
mullet.
shout out to Panda from my gaming crew for fucking watching this. Beardmore, you got any more questions?
Why do you ask anyone else?
Well, because everyone else
Everyone's
is.
right.
Everyone else is scared. Oh, I heard he's got one.
Yeah, I've got one. It's unrelated to cars, but all the same. Out of all the Pokemon in the original lineup, which one would you choose? Why am I shouting?
Hey, mate, I love you.
Right, which Pokemon would I choose?
In the
Original
first
lineup.
gen of the 151,
Correct.
as your starter Pokemon.
Starter.
Starter?
No.
Just
All
a
of
cow.
them.
Out of all of them, you can pick one. Which one would it
See, no, this is kind of unfair because like when I played Pokemon originally, I just like attempted to complete with Charmander because
Well, there you go,
Yeah, I
you
mean,
pick
well,
a
that's the
Charmander.
right answer
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
Like, anything else isn't as cool as Charmander,
Yeah,
so...
but I pick a Growlithe.
sticker
because-
with Charizard
your name
available
for a while.
in
That was
store
your
now.
username,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Mainly
Yeah,
because
I've got
who doesn't want a fire-breathing dog?
I don't want a fire-breathing dog.
That
I don't want a
sounds-
normal dog. A fire-breathing dog sounds like a rat.
Fire breathing dog sounds like all kinds of problems. What happens if it burps when it shits?
Well, like you do.
Is that
He's just saying it from his own experience.
Are you talking about our bulldog, right? Who I have genuinely seen sat in the back garden taking a dump and then just burp.
You sure that's not you?
No, I'm afraid it's not.
Can we transfer to
See,
Amy now?
this is why we
Does
have
he burp
slushy
and
things
shit at the
every
same
week.
time?
Yeah.
I can probably confirm you can hear him shit from the next room.
Wow, I'm so glad the
I
audience
would like
mic
to.
didn't
I would like to
capture that.
thank you guys for the viewer drop off that we've just seen on the graph going.
Oh dear.
Well,
So-
we don't know what Pokemon Milton would pick.
All right, all
Neither
right,
does
all right.
Milton.
All right. So Sean wants to know what our opinions are of the RX-8, and I think I'm going to speak for all of us when I answer with, where the fuck is the turbo?
You're not wrong there.
See, the Wankel engine is shit, but the rest of it is good.
I've driven Nick's RX-8 a bunch of times, and it is a really nice chassis, but the steering lets it down. It's this weird electric steering where you can tell where the front end is, and you can tell what the road's doing, but it still somehow feels like I'm not attached to
So
it.
this is why the NC is better, because basically it's a shortened RX-8 chassis, but it has hydraulic steering.
So that's a call out to you, Sean. If you own an RX-8, Matt wants to fight you.
He doesn't.
He doesn't. I
I
know
knew
he
he
should.
does.
Really
Is he
importantly,
agreeing with
though.
us?
Really importantly, though, right? Hurdy's out in the audience, and he also owns an RX-8. So, Hurdy, I'm going to flip the mic to you.
All right.
Because I did everything.
There.
Yeah.
What is your opinion on the RX-8?
Well, it's in the engine's name, isn't it? Wankle. I haven't had enough time to drive it.
Is that because it's still sat in a workshop?
Haven't you owned it for like
Of
this?
sorts.
The engine shit itself.
Again.
That's it. We've got
Repeatedly.
Oh,
we've got emergency. Is that tea or gin?
That's tea.
Ah,
Thank you
okay.
so much.
Cup of tea has arrived.
Thank you.
Have we got hot chocolate?
Just watching the delay on the stream.
Right.
That was
So
campsite wife.
hang on.
Weekend
Yeah,
life.
Sean does. Sean is saying he does. So, we've got a few other viewers, right? Somebody's got to have more questions. We're getting on for the half hour.
Hopefully car related stuff as well, because we're getting slightly off topic.
I've got one.
Milton's
Milton's got a question. All right.
We on the right mic?
Yeah, we are.
He knows
Stop worrying.
He's a professional. He knows
Stop
what he's doing.
asking about the tech.
I might
You're
be
doing-
nearly running out of the science.
Yeah, you're doing a lot of science. Which, if you go on any track in the world, and what track and what car would you take? You can
Oh.
go any track, any car. There's no flags.
Me.
Go.
Go on, Bruno.
I would go on Rudskogen Circuit, which is the Norway Gatbill track, and I would
yeah.
take Mad Mike's 4-rotor NARX7. And
Okay.
I don't know why, so don't ask me. But I would.
Is it when you was in Gatbill you saw that car?
I did not see that car, but man, that would have been good. I'd have probably just jizzed all over the whole place.
Would that be in the beige trousers or out of the beige trousers?
Yeah,
That would have
coming out
ruined
of
the
the
beige trousers. They would not be beige anymore, or ever again.
Just like your tent.
Okay.
Matt?
I want to go to Spa.
Oh. What car would you take?
Probably my RX-7 to be fair when it's done.
So
know.
you can sit,
When it's
so you can
done,
sit in the
I just
garage.
push it around.
No, but I want to go to Spa because it's doable. You can buy, I think, one of the track day organisers in the UK.
You can
trips
buy
out
a
to
weekend
Spa.
pass, yeah.
Yeah, so I want to do that at some point.
Do they trailer it out for you, or
I don't think so, no.
No,
that would be a good
So
service?
I'd either have to drive it there
it wouldn't make it.
or trailer it, which is more likely.
We should start a business
Melon,
where you
do you wanna
trailer
come to
other
Spa?
people's track cars.
Sean said he's going to fight you about the RX-8 thing, by the way.
He will
so
fight
hang on.
Oh,
What
fuck
came
off,
first,
Beardmore.
the chicken or the dried egg? Well, if you know anything about biology in Matthew, what happened was a dinosaur shot out an egg, right? And that egg
Wasn't
looked a
dry.
little bit more like a chicken than the last egg, which that then shot out another egg, right? And that chicken looked a little bit more like a chicken than the chicken that had come out of the dinosaur.
But most
Right.
importantly, none of them were dry.
But none of
At
the
what
eggs.
point in evolution?
None of the eggs were dry.
When in the last 1,000,000 or 2 years did God create dry eggs?
Oh, your voice has gone.
I'm really angry about the eggs, Milton.
Too busy shouting about the eggs.
Right, track. Can I twist it a little bit? So there's one thing I've
mean,
always
that's what
wanted
you
to do.
Go on.
So like Iceland,
place,
right?
yeah.
In Iceland, they do this bonkers thing in driving off road, like across glaciers.
Oh yeah, they carve a track into.
Yeah.
into
And
the
they
city
just take
of
like a
it.
Land Cruiser, right? And the car that I would take, I would manual convert Amy's Challenger, put it on some chunky tires.
spiky snow.
Yeah. And like just like me and Amy go play on the glaciers in Iceland in her truck. Yeah, valid point. She's got to let me first.
What about
Nils,
Mr.
what about
Schmeltz?
Nils?
Mine's an easy one. It'll be go to Japan.
That's
Take-
not a track.
Go to Ebisu.
And it's a track.
That is a track.
If you want to get to, I really want to do. It's not possible now. Do them an army jump in a JZX, but you can't do it anymore because it's closed, which is big sad.
That is big sad.
That is a big
I
sound.
think it's worth noting to the studio audience that if you're scared of coming on the mic, you can hop on the stream and ask questions through the chat. Because
Don't encourage him.
the internet's
Don't
working.
encourage him.
Right. So Panda.
Look at him nonchalantly holding his phone. You know there's more shit coming out of this man.
Right. So Panda wants to know would we keep a Dodo as a pet?
No.
Yes. Dodos are awesome.
Why are they awesome?
Just because they're dead, they're
They're
not awesome.
extinct, Milton. They're clearly not awesome because they weren't awesome enough to survive.
You forgot what game I play a lot of.
What game do you play a lot of?
Ark Survival Evolved.
Oh, yeah, you
Are
played
there
3
dodos
million
in that?
hours of it.
They have dodos in.
He has
How
played
easy do
3
Dodos
million
die
hours.
in that?
Yeah, they're the first thing you punch after the tree.
In fact, I think we did the maths before, and I'm pretty sure that Milton has played more hours of Ark Survival than he has been awake for the last year.
Yes.
No, that would have been true like 2 years ago. Yeah, I'm at 3,500 hours into it.
3,500 hours! Oh
Over
my
4 years.
god!
Wow.
That's only in Steam. You played it before it was on
No,
Steam.
that was on 3,000 Xbox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we have a
How?
car-related question, please, the internet?
Yeah, anybody. Any car.
There's questions coming from the
Oh,
internet.
apart from that guy.
We'll like it.
If it's related to cars, we might like
Right,
it.
so well, what car do you regret selling the most? Oh,
Oh, my N8. That's easy.
right,
Does scrapping them count?
yeah.
Yeah.
My Seat Arosa, because
Oh.
it is genuinely the case that there is no faster car than the cheapest,
Isn't-
most shitty car you've ever
Isn't
bought.
that the only car you've got rid of, actually?
No, because I got rid of my Golf. I did get rid
Oh,
of
yeah,
my
you
Golf.
had a shitty
I
Golf.
actually managed to sell that. That's the only car I've ever sold.
After you did the head gasket.
yeah.
Interestingly, I've never sold a car. They've always just broke.
But you scrapped them.
You
then,
scrapped
so
a few
which-
then.
What are you sad about scrapping?
My Mondeo was quite fun.
Really?
Yeah, it was quite fun to drive.
Was it?
No.
No, he had the newer ones. Mine was the old one, so it wallowed
My
a bit.
Monday was fun to drive because I didn't pay for it, I didn't care about it, so I crashed over speed bumps at 30.
Oh, Lindsay's here. Thanks.
Oh,
Lindsay!
Lindsay, I assume...
I'm here with
I
the-
assume
Come here with the
Yeah.
questions.
Lindsay!
Yes, Lindsay!
we've already addressed your dry egg related questions, so you
But-
can fuck right back off and
Wait.
go and look after your daughter, because we don't need you here.
We
Wait,
need
wait.
you here, Lindsay.
She's gonna come in with pineapple
hang on.
on pizza next.
Right.
So,
Okay.
um,
No. There's another question. I can see another
Someone
one.
may have tagged Lindsay to ask you
Bam,
questions.
We've got-
Bam, what do you regret selling?
Oh, the Lexus all day, every day, and
Yeah.
But the problem was
You mean
that
the Prius?
yeah,
Yeah.
but it
The
had
Prius
to
is
go.
fine.
It had to go to fund the Stagia. But
I mean,
I kind of miss 70 miles to the gallon
Well,
with curtains.
that's the same boat I was in because I sold the NA to buy the FC, but I missed the NA.
Everyone
Apparently-
wants to say
FC.
Bryn, apparently to address your concerns about Lindsay's child being unattended, right, and
You're-
Lindsay
you're-
being a bad mother,
You're a
the
pillock
child is
and
in
she's
bed
in
and you're a pillock.
I never accused Lindsay of being a bad mother. I just desperately hoped I could get her to fuck off and do something else.
Right, so hang on. We've got a few questions that have come in now. LFA with a diesel Rover L series,
Yes.
or a standard suspension Rover 75 with an LFA lump.
Okay,
I would
yes.
take the
That's a really, really good question.
I would take the LFA with the Rover L series because the L series would be ripped out and something good would be put in its place.
Nah, you're not allowed to do that.
No.
That
You
question.
have to keep it
That
as
is no. That is not cheating because the question isn't specific enough.
Nah.
So Bam wins.
He's gonna ask it again, but you're gonna have to change your answer.
Yeah, but Lindsay's gonna save us with some questions, and then we won't see Matt's.
Nicole's done a good question
Nicole's
again.
back again.
Nicole's back. Other way then. What car were you most happy to get rid of?
Monday.
Right,
6 months later.
Bryn.
Also the Seat Arosa.
Was it because it was a death trap?
It was a death
Yeah,
trap. That is why I got rid of it.
I miss sending Bryn text messages going, "Can we just have a video you jumping through the window?"
Yeah, because the door didn't open. I mean, the reason I scrapped that car is because it got to the end of when I needed it, and I looked at it and I thought I couldn't live with myself if I sold this to another person, because I feel uncomfortable driving this car, and nobody should be subjected to this, so I'm going to scrap it.
Okay, we've got a few. Milton, you
Come in, isn't
stood,
it?
yeah.
It was my Clio because it was a piece of shit.
What do you expect?
I think I left it abandoned in a car park, I don't remember getting it scrapped or selling it. Or...
He just left it behind.
Right.
Yeah, the lights were. I was driving and it'd cut off and it'd come back on. The lights would flash and then it'd go off and I'd keep driving. Then it would indicate left, but right at the same time. And then the horn.
So you
would
put the
come.
hazards on.
So it was classic French electrics.
Yeah, I didn't touch it.
So what you did is went, I'm gonna leave this here. I'm gonna put the keys in it, and somebody else can have this pile of shit.
Somebody
Right.
else's problem.
So
If you own Milton's Clio, Reg,
I don't know. I don't know that shit.
probably don't tell anyone anyway because we've just incriminated you.
No, don't tell it. I don't want it back.
right. So anyway.
What about you, Ben?
Yeah.
You're avoiding the questions.
Which-
Oh, yeah.
What have I avoided?
What
here?
were you happy to get rid of?
Yeah.
But it kind of answers the next question as well.
Oh, what's the next
The
question?
next question, we've got this answer asked by two people. What our first cars were.
Oh,
Mine was a Clio. I had a 1.2 Clio. No, Peugeot 306.
Okay.
306.
Yeah, 306.
Is that the one you nearly died in?
Yeah, that's the one I rolled into a field. Really strong roofs, as it turns out.
Was there diesel on the road?
Yes. Because you could see it.
really
Okay.
strong roofs. Mine was my MX-5. It was the first car I
Yeah,
ever
you
bought.
still got it.
Yeah, I was on bikes for years before that, and then I decided I wanted to do some drifting, so I bought an MX-5 for not very much money.
Okay.
Back when
Milton.
they were
Mine was a
worthless.
little 106. That was a great car.
That is a great
So,
car.
Three
this,
stud wheels.
this may surprise people because most people think my first car was the Mini, but actually, whilst I waited for some work to be done on the Mini, before I took delivery of the Mini, I had a Ford KA.
Oh, brilliant car! Brilliant car! My mate bought one as a shit runabout, and it was
Yeah.
hilarious. We got the back wheel up with two people.
And it was also the car that I was happiest to see the back of because I spent 300 quid on it. God knows how I sold it for $2,000, but I did.
What? How did you sell it for?
And that was how Bam got his salesman job.
It was a little old lady, right?
Have you got any references?
Taking advantage of
Doris.
old lady.
Careful, how you
right,
say
right.
that.
There's another. I saw a question. What's the fastest car we've been in?
Okay.
Is it driven? Fastest car?
Yeah. Sorry, what fastest car you've driven?
See, fastest car I've driven is a 458, but I didn't drive it very fast.
Okay.
Was that at the place we both used to
Yeah.
work? Yeah. Mine would be the same answer. It was a Vauxhall VXR that I was too scared to drive fast because it was raining like
No,
hell.
tell a lie.
I'm
No,
actually-
I drove the McLaren 570S. That's probably faster.
Nice.
I'm sat here and I'm thinking like by that like do we mean like the fastest feel or like just the actual like the car that on paper is the fastest?
Please clarify your question. Is it the fastest we've been or the fastest the car could have gone if we had balls?
The fastest I've driven.
MX-5.
I can't answer that for legal reasons.
When you was in Mexico on that track that we talked about,
Okay.
what's the fastest mile an hour? What was the speedo
The
say?
fastest
Don't tell them what the speedo was. Just tell them what the car was.
the fastest I have ever driven
Oh, his speedo's a
in
bit-
Mexico. Right. Actually in Mexico. In the Lincoln Navigator.
Nice.
So you were in Mexico.
Was about 125 mile an hour.
Rookie
I know, no. I understand that is a rocky number, but what you have to remember is I was doing that in a Lincoln Navigator.
See, my fastest speed, like on a speedo dial, was 125 as well
Yeah.
in my first Mazda 6, until it started smelling hot, and then I was like, I'm gonna lift off.
In fact, this is where we need Will for this question because of his old Land Rover. We could get to 55 before he started smoking and had to back off.
I've done like
Come on,
obviously.
Milton, how fast have you been?
Oh yeah.
I think in my MX-5 I did 140.
In an MX-5?
I think it. Well, that's what
Don't
it was
do that
indicated.
if you have real power.
It was indicated 140, so
So it's probably,
So
like
probably like
65.
130 GPS.
Yeah.
Yeah, on my old 14s, yeah.
No, on the 15s.
I think
Or
the
I might have
other.
gone faster when I did Bedford, but I never looked at the speedo. I was too scared.
I think the other thing about that is like, yeah, I've driven some cars that'd be pretty fast on paper, but like as Bryn says, you reach a certain point of the acceleration, you just go, no, fuck this.
Yeah.
I've never had that chance yet.
Then we'll put you in something proper.
What's the?
I've
No,
like
but the
I've had
questions
that.
are still
I think the scariest moment I've had in any car is the day that I found the fuel limiter on the Nissan Stager.
I've been there in the MX-5 when I was mapping it. I didn't realise that the wastegate spring was 5 psi more than the boost cut I put in. And trust me, the first time you hit boost cut, you think everything has just blown up.
Yeah. So like we're driving along, full pelt, get to 112 mile an hour, and just the fucking power goes.
Yeah.
And I've had the car maybe like 3 weeks. And just like the driving along the front end of the stage just goes, whoa! And then one of my mates passes me in their Subaru, just flipping me off. Because I've been doing them for about the last mile.
But imagine how I felt though, because I'm going along. I've just built the engine. It has got less than 5 miles on the clock, and I went, all right, it's time. We're gonna hit boost now. I put my foot in it, and it just went. I was like, oh fuck, it's tight.
Bryn, when are you going to paint your car?
I'm never gonna paint my car, Lindsay. It's gonna be pink forever.
Alright.
Seat Arosa Mongol Rally Series.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes, but you
He's
need
not
to.
listening.
Yes. Answer to question. The guy at the back that's just having a random
Somebody
chat.
throw something at him.
Seat Arosa Mongol Rally Series,
Amy,
yes,
punch him.
but none of the door latches are allowed to work.
But I won't fit through the window.
That makes it better.
You'd fit in the boot.
I'll make a soft top.
You won't fit in the boot. It's like this big.
Okay, we've had first car. Why do you love Japanese cars / community?
Because we're here at Yakushi.
Yeah, that's a fairly reasonable shout. Like we can come to something like this.
We met on the internet.
I mean, we all met because we had
Us three, we all met at the track, and we all had the same car, so we were all friends! We
Yeah,
never
well,
met.
pretty much.
we met because Matt's car was overheating, or mine was.
Shock.
Someone's car was overheating.
No, clutch.
No,
No,
we
no,
got-
it's before that. It was because we needed to bleed the radiator, and the photographer went, Milton knows everything about MX-5s,
No,
and
so-
we ran over to him like, oh, please help us, Mr.
So
Milton.
we met at an auto solo, and the reason I first spoke to you was because Black had said you know about MX-5s.
Yeah.
Well,
I'd only owned mine about a month.
As it
My-
turns out, that was a lie.
my clutch slave had come off.
Yeah.
So we pinched the bolt from the radiator mount,
Yep.
put that in the clutch slave, bled the clutch up, and I carried on.
And at that point, Milton was a god,
Yeah.
as far as we were
I
concerned.
fluffed
Yeah.
it.
And like
We're only a few months into MX-5 ownership at that point.
So was I.
I think the thing I love most about the Japanese car community,
It's
right,
gonna get deep.
is it's just like the
pat him
lack of obsession with wheels and air.
Excuse me. Oh, I'm not calling people out. I'm not calling people out.
And you can
Milton's
call
calling people out.
Call them out.
Call them out.
Call them out. Call them
Just
out.
saying, 'cause
Call
you've got
them out.
Fancy wheels and aero doesn't make your car cool.
Bags are for girls.
Bags are for girls. Says the girl with bags that don't work.
They're not attached to the car, so don't technically own.
Right.
Right.
Let's keep going.
Next one.
Not including car shows, which is your favourite car meet that you've attended?
Not including car shows.
I've never been to
They're all car
Does
shows.
Gap Bill count? Okay, well, never been's not an answer.
Yes.
No, what's the?
We're perplexed by this question, Internet.
How does one make science?
How does one make science?
This is a question for you.
One sec.
1 second, Bam's consulting. I don't know.
Please hold.
Do you need more science?
It's,
Science can be arranged.
Science can be arranged, community.
There's something you need in the slap.
Science is inbound.
Apparently,
Science! There's a jar of science! Ah, yes!
The glorious jar of science.
Thank you, my love. There we go. Amy has delivered science. Science is made by taking
Potatoes!
A piss
2
in a jar.
jars of moonshine,
What's moonshine made out of?
putting the moonshine in this here science vessel, and then you just top it up with lemonade,
Don't
and
waste
then
the
you drink it
science.
like that.
Have you tried?
It is tasty.
Okay, back to the questions.
That's some good shit.
Apparently, Beardman's
Yeah.
done 134 in a K11 Micro.
Downhill.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Gravity.
So downhill drafting an EP3 and I won't say where.
Obviously.
Mexico.
downhill.
Mexico.
What cars would you hate to be seen in?
Anything beige.
Any 4-seater convertible.
Fiat.
Oh yeah, any four-seater convertible is a good shout.
Specifically in the back seat of a four-seater convertible.
Whoa, wait, no,
Speaking
wait.
of convertibles, you
Wait,
wouldn't want to
no,
be seen.
no. There is one four-seater convertible that it's okay to be seen in the back of because it means you have become very, very wealthy. There's a
Maybach.
Rolls-Royce Phantom convertible.
I'd also accept an E30 convertible.
They make a convertible E30?
Oh mate, they make two versions of the E30 convertible.
Right.
And both are sick.
Okay, well...
A sport car.
Sport car.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
one. Yeah, sport car, right.
A
Okay.
Convertible again.
Or a Fiat 500.
Not including car shows, which is your favourite car meet that you've attended?
Oh, you worked this one out now.
I didn't hear it in last time we asked.
We were all
Busy
very confused
summoning
by it.
science.
Yes.
Well, we're
I
trying to work out because car shows are meets.
Yeah.
So I don't
Unless
think
you
it-
mean like.
I don't think... No, I think I get this right. So, there's loads of stuff that goes on. There's loads of small things that go on every weekend around the country, right? Actually, there's a couple that I've been to lately. So, if you watch our episode about the meet at the Blythe Inn, that's a particularly good, just little
So we're-
local, like,
Yeah, we're
pub
talking
get-together
local
meet.
meets,
Yeah. The ones that KD Carmud's put on in Stoke are good. Claire's Pit Stop Social stuff is like... But that's bordering on an event because we pay for a ticket to go to it. But there's a solid reason you paid for a ticket to go to that. It's well worth the money.
The ones that we used to do when we were both living in Loughborough, because that was basically monthly MX5 meets.
To be fair, we did a random meet in Tesco in Loughborough, just
Yeah.
with all of our friends on just a
Yeah.
random night, and actually that was fantastic.
Yeah,
Like,
'cause
I
there's
still
about
remember
7
that.
or 8 of us.
Yeah, and we all just like, oh, do you guys just want to meet up? And everybody just turned up, and it was cool.
I think that's the thing. It's that bit when you just get together with like randos and some of the boys, and it's just a good time. It's a good time, and that's probably why I like the Japanese car community so much. Because like you guys all met me. You met me at MX5 Rally.
Yep.
You met me in
You were on-
the most random.
Here,
Yeah, here,
Over there.
literally about 20 yards away from where we are sat right now, is where me and Bryn went. But I'm disappointed that this year that I don't have my fur coat.
that was your fault.
And we met.
JE,
Yes.
which was run by Claire.
Yeah, Claire did the event stand there, so that's all her fault. She's got a lot to fucking answer for, that woman. Yeah, I think. Lindsay, how do you feel about the removal of trailer tests?
And that's
I think it's an absolutely terrible idea.
Okay.
But I'm also quite glad because it means I don't have to do a trailer test.
I've
no,
done
but
the trailer
we're-
test.
But we're sensible with our driving.
That's
the
why I think
amount
it's bad.
of
But you two have got
morons-
trailer licenses,
No.
right?
No.
I do. I did it. And it was actually quite good because there's a lot of things you don't know.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's a bad idea.
'Cause-
Because,
but-
like, the people we know as well, you
Yeah.
know, doing drift events,
Right.
doing events,
Right.
everybody tells
There's
you
a
what you need
really
to
there's
know.
a really simple way to answer this question. Bryn, would you let me drive your car with a trailer attached to it? Not Bryn, Milton. The science is taken.
We're
full
basically
effect.
the same.
Yeah.
Yes, because I know you know how much I like my car.
So my point with this is, I've got more towing experience than my mum, but my mum can tow with anything, any amount of stuff she likes. But I'm limited to
3.5 tons.
Yeah, 3.5
Well,
tons.
no, yeah, but now it's changed.
The trailer weight can be. It's 3.5
It's,
tons.
it's,
No,
your
it's
whole,
not.
it's the
It's-
whole train weight. So
Yeah,
It's
which
3.5
gets
man.
complex. It
It's-
gets
yeah,
so
that's-
complicated.
You've had too much science for us to explain to.
Yeah, it's,
Okay.
it's very science.
There is why you're doing a live podcast.
But no, I think it's a bad idea, mainly because, like, the people we know, like I know how to tow a trailer, even though I've never done it, because I've hung around people who tow trailers, and you pick up that information.
Yeah, you've been in the car with me
Yeah.
towing as well. So.
Yeah, and you help people load up, and you know about nose weight and things like that. Normal people do not know these things. So anyone could now tow pretty much anything, and they could put all the weight at the back, and then just have a tank
Yeah.
slapper at motorway speeds and kill fucking everyone around them.
Valid.
This is probably what you'll get now, because people are staying in the country to holiday, so they're going to go out and buy a big fuck-off caravan and tow it with a fuck-off Range Rover Sport.
And we'll all get to play conkers on the motorway.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're all going to crash into each other.
I
so
saw
what
that at
they're doing.
Donington actually. 2 trucks pulled caravans and they swerved at the last minute and they all blew up. It was
Yeah.
quite cool. Genuinely.
But yeah, I think the getting rid of the trailer test is a bad idea. A theory test at least, just something that
Yeah.
teaches you the stuff that you should know, even if you don't practice it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know they've done what they're gonna do. haven't they?
All right. I think
We've actually run out of questions.
we've run out of questions. We've been going for an hour.
Yeah.
I'm getting quite deep into the science.
Yep.
My voice is gone.
Should we do some
Yeah,
plugs?
Mainly because
We'll
of eggs.
do we'll
Fuck
do
you,
we'll do a
Lindsay.
couple of plugs. So the first one, of course, is going to be hit up the Violent Running website, www.violentrunning.co.uk. Lowest stock item on the
can
store, if
buy
you want one at the
t-shirts
moment, is Little
Yeah.
Yuri's. Yeah, we're all rocking some t-shirts
I'm
except for
not.
Bryn. The next place to hit up is rearaxialdivergence.co.uk.
We sell nothing of use to you unless you have an MX-5 and you want a tow hook.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or other MX-5 things in the future.
Even if you don't have an MX-5, go and buy a tow hook, because at some point in your life you're going to buy an MX-5 and then you need the tow hook.
To be fair, you can get on Buffy Racing now.
You can also get
Yeah,
that Buffy
yeah,
Racing
check out
and-
our friends
and
at Buffy.
Black Flag Labs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Check out Bonner and Fit. There's a link in the description of most of our videos. They do give us a little kickback, and I quite like their stuff. They're based in Cornwall, and you can get refillable little bottles of stuff. So you send your bottles back, and that's good for the environment because there's less plastic shit in the ocean killing turtles.
Eco-friendly.
So I
Um,
can kill more tyres.
Yes.
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, it's all about the offset.
You guys
Carbon
can offset
offset
Milton.
through detailing.
That's about it, to be fair.
Shout out to
Normal-
Pro Grip Solutions in Nottingham
Yeah.
for
Stuff.
just
Well, he's-
holding the microphone tonight.
And,
No,
well,
to
and
be fair, he vapor blasted a load of my RX-7 brackets.
yeah,
Yeah.
if you want stuff to look really good,
Yeah, to be fair, he vapor blasted the RX-7 engine as well.
Okay. Yeah. So if you need vapor blasting done,
Yeah.
Pro Grip Systems Nottingham. Shout out to Deep Car Auto Bodies, because my car's going there to get paid at some point, and hopefully they'll give me a bit of discount for this.
So you just
Something like that.
But yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for tuning in live. Lindsay, thanks for joining the stream because we tagged you on something.
yeah, that was me.
We hope you all have an absolutely banging evening. We will catch you later. I'm going to turn the stream off now. And we'll see you next week for a normal episode of Shooting the Shift that maybe has some Santa Rosas in it if we can find some on the internet.
Science.
Science.